Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Sunday, December 20th, 2020, and we are starting our 40th week of dealing with this Chinese bat flu, avoid people, wear a mask, pandemic, insanity. Excuse me. Right now in Jacksonville, Florida, it is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is 67 degrees Fahrenheit outside. It's really not all that bad. Humidity is 68%. It's cloudy, overcast. See if I can do this without turning my camera off. Really not the prettiest of days, but you know, it is December in Florida. So let's see, that's what, 19 degrees Celsius. I am out here because my neighbor is having some kind of a function, I guess, and it's noisy. So I couldn't very well do a coffee with Doc from home. The music and just general having fun, whatever. I'm not going to complain about it. Excuse me. It's just, you know, people being people. And he's generally nice and quiet. So, yeah, not a big deal. But I can't really do a video while that's going on. And I needed a few things from Dollar Tree. I've been working on this mask idea, and I thought I would go and get some poster board to make the templates on, because the templates are just on regular paper. They're very flimsy. And then I was thinking about going and making the helmet just out of poster board. But then I remembered or thought about or whatever, saw the foam board for $1. I thought I would try that before I start cutting up the thick floor mats. First of all, I got to make sure that the helmet is going to fit on my big head with the templates that I have. I may need to enlarge it somewhat. I get sucked into the whole YouTube thing, watching like other people making masks and whatever. There are so many different types of Mandalorian masks, and then you go from there and you get into the different Stormtrooper. And I mean, if you're not a Star Wars fan, you probably, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, you know what a Stormtrooper looks like. It's the white helmet, or the Darth Vader type helmet. And then there's other types, and they all kind of like play off of each other. And there's one that I was looking at, and it brought back to mind how a couple of my masks, I have air pumping through them in order to, you know, breathe during the summertime with this whole bat flu thing going around. I mean, these masks work as long as the weather's not 100 degrees with, you know, 80% humidity. Otherwise, I need some sort of air pumped in or oxygen pumped in or something. So, the shape of some of the Stormtrooper variations, they're actually, you know, they're meant to be breathers down in the front. They're big enough to put a couple of little fans in and run them back to channels to, you know, channel air in, filtered maybe, I don't know, probably. So I mean, I've been tossing that idea around, even with the Mandalorian mask that I'm messing around with. I've still got it planned in my head. I've got these knee pads from Dollar Tree that'll go over for the ears, and that'll put them out far enough that I could mount those little fans inside under those ear covers and have air blowing in. So that's an option on that one. And these fans, they run off of like little 9-volt batteries or whatever, so they're not going to be, they're not going to be super crazy to wire them in. I saw one guy had, he spent, I don't know, probably a week putting together, well, maybe not a week, I don't know, he probably knew what he was doing. It would take me at least a week. Get together a little board and whatever that he can operate his fans off of an infrared remote. And the infrared remote, he made it look kind of sci-fi, and he wears it in his belt, and he can click it on and off, and the mask is ventilated. Like, well, that's really cool. I'm not going that route. I'll have the wires running down my back and plugging into a, like I said, a 9-volt battery, or just into one of my battery packs, which is what I did with the last set. I may even just go ahead and repurpose those, but it's in the planning stages. But like I said, I think I'm going to go ahead and make it out of this foam core board because it's so thin. The other stuff is, I mean, the floor mats it's almost a 1/2 inch thick. So, first of all, that's going to be heavy. It's going to be hot. I mean, heavy comparatively. The hot is going to be the problem. I don't deal well with heat and humidity, so it would have to be extra ventilated. I just think this may work out better, although I will probably end up making one out of the floor mats anyway. Maybe. I don't know. I've got floor mats in the kitchen right now, older ones, and they work really nice with this chilly weather. So when I spill stuff on them, I can just take them outside and hose them off. So yeah. So I don't know. This is kind of one of those spitballing, free association type things that usually work out so well for me. I popped into Creative Redundancy's live chat. Ooh, there comes the sun. Ooh, bright sun. I may need to move. I stopped in on Creative Redundancy's live chat last night, early this morning. He does like early in the morning, 2:30 a.m. my time. Oh, excuse me. It was like 3:30 when I checked in on him. And he just keeps up a banter, just steady. And I don't know that I can do that for an hour, 2 hours. If I don't have feedback, this the last live feed I did, some of y'all were giving me questions or whatever and feeding me lines or something to go off of, get me off on another tangent. But there were so many dead areas where you just sit there and I'm staring out the window or staring at my own ugly face in the video, and I don't have anything to say. Nothing to keep it going. And that's kind of me in real life. Like sitting with somebody, I'm not real good with small talk. If there's a topic to talk to, then I can usually get into that topic as long as I've got some knowledge of it or whatever, and depending on how comfortable I am with the person or what have you. But otherwise, I mean, there's just like dead silence, and that gets you start feeling a little weird when it's so silent. And I mean, other times it's okay. Like the old Miss and I could ride for hours and really not say a whole lot to each other. But we'd been together for ages, you know? And I think we always had been able to do that, more or less. I mean, that's kind of what, you know, we kind of fit together that way. I was introverted, she was slightly extroverted, or very extroverted, I guess. I don't know. More like my mom and my brother would talk to anybody and have their entire life history. So, like the other day at my daughter's house for my grandson's birthday, my brother started talking to one of the neighbors and had their whole life history. It's like I hardly know the people's names, you know. So, but so I don't know, where was I going on that? Yeah, I mean, if I do the live feeds, they're fine as long as I have a topic to keep going on, or if I have a couple ideas in mind, you know, or if there's somebody there feeding me information, asking me questions, whatever. They seem to go. They're enjoyable and they go by quickly. You know, I was 3 hours. It didn't seem like I was on all that long at all. And then the other night I was on for like an hour and a half, and it just kind of, it felt like it was dragging because I didn't have a lot of topics to talk about, and I kept running out of chatter. So anyway, I don't know. Man, that sun feels good. Luckily, it's right back behind this, so it's not really hitting me in the face. But I can feel it on my arm coming in the truck. That's the other thing. The van drinks a lot of gas. It really does. I think I get like about 13 miles a gallon, 14 miles a gallon. Brat Buggy's not a whole lot better. I mean, she gets between 19 and 20, which isn't bad, and it's a lot better than 14. But it's not fantastic. But I don't mind. I can drive further on this, on the same amount of fuel. So that thing sounded terrible. So I'm kind of this way, you know, on whether or not to keep going out in the van, or go out like I am today in this. If I'm not going to camp out overnight, there's no sense in taking the van. So, you know, I could go down to the jetties and do a live stream down at the jetties, as long as they haven't fenced that off. We're down to the Intercoastal, one of the areas at the Intercoastal, and sit down there and do a live stream, and you know, still be kind of by the river, but again, you know, take this if all I'm going to be doing is going back home again. The van is more for if I'm definitely going to go out and spend the night somewhere, and or even if it's just a remote possibility. Like I've been thinking, I might go out this evening, depending, because they're calling for rain, and the skies look like rain. So I don't know. I mean, I've been kind of contemplating going out. I've got almost a full tank of gas. Maybe head down south and find a place down. There's a boat ramp down outside of down by the Cape. Down by Cape Canaveral, Mosquito Lagoon and areas like that. So that's a possibility. I may decide to go ahead and do that this evening. Take a run down and then spend the night down there. I don't know. Again, it's one of them things. It's like I don't even sleep at night. So is there any sense of actually going down there and doing that? It'd just be a ride down and then toss and turn in the back of the van, because you know, it was 3:30-ish, going on 4, when I got out of CR's live feed and laid down and tried to go to sleep. And I tossed and turned for probably 45 minutes or better. Maybe more, because I know I got up at least twice. Went out and like double checked that I hadn't turned the heaters off and stuff like that. So just I just couldn't go to sleep, and I finally crashed out about 5 o'clock. So I don't know. Again, there's not really a whole lot of sense in going out and spending the night in the van if I'm not going to sleep in it. It's a waste of gas. And she's there if I need her, if I need to, if a big storm comes in or whatever. I can go out and be comfortable in there. If the electric goes out in the house, I'm set up at the in the van to stay warm, have lights, electric, heat and air, or whatever I need. And if a big storm comes in, I can get going. Just I don't know. Sometimes I kind of wonder if I made the right choice when I bought the van. I've been looking for something smaller along the lines of this, but more like a Toyota Sienna van or a Dodge Caravan or something like that. And I jumped on the chance to get the van because it was bigger. Now I'm kind of rethinking that because of the fuel problem, and who knows what's going to happen here in the next year or so. And I've already stripped out the seats and gotten rid of them, so I can't really sell it again with that way. I mean, I can sell it. I could probably get my money back out of it, but right now, I don't know. I don't think I want to. I'm kind of, I don't know. It's one of the things that I'll have to think on for a little while and then make my decision. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I like the van. I like the room in it. And the few nights I've been out in it, it's been comfortable. I probably wouldn't be able to, I know I wouldn't be able to stand up in the middle of the night for purposes. In a smaller van like I can in that one. I probably wouldn't be able to sit up on the bed like I do in there, because it's got that's got the higher top on it. So there's pros and cons I need to really sit and figure out. But man, there's some noisy cars around here. I'm just sitting in a parking lot here actually this is the store I'm sitting in front of is closed. I don't even know what it was. Oh, it's the old Hobby Lobby. But Dollar Tree is over here behind me. Ollie's is over across the way, that away. There's a Chinese food place back there. A couple of other places back there. Right across the street, Chipotle, Best Buy, Arby's, Taco Bell, a couple of other places over there. Aldi's is over there. Speaking of, do I need anything for Aldi's? Yeah, eggs maybe? Nah, I'm not gonna go to Aldi's. But sitting here looking at a box van, thinking how nice that would be, and then thinking, no, that thing sucks up gas too. It'd be different if I was living out of it. A small box van, I think that one's about, one I'm looking at is about 18 feet maybe. It's got the part over the cab. If I was actually living out of it and traveling, it'd be a different story. Then your gas mileage or your fuel usage is your rent, you know? So the $600 roughly that I pay rent and water is, would be, that goes towards a lot of fuel. They would also impact my resources in other ways too. But right now, I'm not even seriously contemplating selling the mobile home and hitting the road, at least for a couple more years. I'm pretty involved in the kids and the grandkids' lives, so actually leaving and not being in contact with them on at least a weekly basis just isn't all that alluring. I mean, yeah, there's a call to go out and explore other areas of the country and whatever. Not as strong as the family ties. It's just, I like going out for a couple days at a time. That's the way we've always pretty much always done it. To actually go out and do it full time. Like I said, there's family ties that kind of make that feel difficult. I mean, if it came down to it, if I didn't have a whole lot of choice in the matter, it might be a different story. But there's plenty of places around Jacksonville. I see a bunch of vehicles, people living out of their vehicles, just like they stay around this area. So maybe a couple of years down the road, that might be an option. But by the same token, I've thought about getting a boat. I was looking at a sailboat, a big sailboat. It's like 33 feet, I think. 32 or 33 feet. It didn't have, it needed sails, it needed all the rigging, but it had a good motor going for it. Well, I'm not planning on going sailing. As long as it's got a decent motor, I could putt all over, That would mean downsizing. And downsizing like big time, like the Chamber of Chaos would be, I wouldn't be able to have 99% of that. So, not that that's a major big deal. I haven't touched 99% of it since I moved into this place almost a year ago. So I've gone through like 5 boxes out of 3 dozen, 2 dozen, whatever. I keep planning on going in and redoing the shelves and whatnot, and then put it off Pete. I'm good at that. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm putting it off. I've got just foam board and stuff like that back to go home and put it all together and cut it out. And I want to get it done, but by the same token, put it off Pete. Sun just went behind those clouds. Look at that. Oh, man. Let me get you out of here. Gotta love Florida. Oh, what are we getting to? 24 minutes? I think this phone cuts out at 30, so I guess we're going to go ahead and call that did and make my way on back to the house and see about actually buckling down and getting some of this stuff done. Typical Sunday. Actually, I went to change the bed and realized I hadn't washed the sheets from last week. Threw the sheets in the wash and realized that I hadn't folded the wash that was in the dryer. I said, I'm going to go to the store. Put it off Pete. So I got to go home. I'll rerun the dryer a little bit, fluff those clothes up. Fold them roughly or whatever, and then get my sheets done and finish changing the bed and maybe get some creativity going. I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for stopping in, people. Thanks for hanging around. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever did y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If you want to check me out on Facebook or Instagram, I'll have links in the description box, wherever that is on your device of choice. I'll also put links to similar videos. You'll find my email, PayPal, in case you want to buy me a slice of pizza or a Coke. You also find my regular mail, in case you want to send me something crazy, interesting. But hey, if your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Send them an email. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. Till I see y'all again, I hope you have a fandoculous day. Sláinte, y'all. Bye-bye.